Be up, guys. Welcome to this preview stream for the Bees versus Brighton for this Saturday, of course. And back to the Premiership again with another game. And at home this time. So hopefully we can get a win this time. It's about time we started playing and winning at home. It's about time. We've got to start getting 3 points. We've got an important point, of course, away at Arsenal. Obviously, that was last week, or last Saturday, or I should say, last Saturday, just gone. And so obviously now we want 3 points back at home. You know, we've got to start getting something back at home. We just haven't played well at home. And I think it was a well-earned point against Arsenal at the Emirates last Saturday. About time we do it at home now. You know, got to start performing. It's really important. We haven't done this in front of our own crowd for a while. Started really played well and got the points. Okay, our last home one, I think, was the Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea 0-0. And that was a bit of a damp squib in the end. So hopefully this time, Brighton, who were slightly struggling, they're not quite at their best as they have been. I think this could be an ideal time for us to, try and get the 3 points. Badly need them. Can't believe I don't seem to have anyone in the live chat yet again. I don't know why, but anyway, it doesn't matter as such. But I might just put a link in case anyone does want to come on and chat about the game or anything else, any other games that, of course, the Champions League have been on, as we know. Arsenal playing tonight, of course, Real. Arsenal 3-0 up from the first leg. Hopefully they can win, get through. Obviously, Villa went out last night, unfortunately. A brave attempt, 1-3-2, and went out 5-4 on aggregate. And there's the link there, guys. If anyone does want to come on, welcome to talk about this or any of the games last night or anything, any other the Premier games. Obviously, the other next Premier one is tomorrow, isn't it? I think it's tomorrow. No, it's not. It is tonight. Yeah, it is tonight. Sorry. Yeah, it is tonight, Wednesday. Yeah, so there's another Premier, Newcastle and trying to think who they're playing, yeah? Palace. Yeah, of course, Palace, yeah. Newcastle and Palace, because obviously Bournemouth and Fulham was yesterday. No, sorry, Monday. Bournemouth and Fulham. 2-2, I believe. 2-2. Yeah. So not 2-2. What am I talking about? Bournemouth won. They won it. Sorry about that. Don't worry. I'm gone. I'm bloody not with it at the moment. But anyway, guys, I want to get on with this. I'll obviously talk about this preview. And I'll go on to the article, of course, and chat about it some more. And right, here it is. The match preview, Bees versus Brighton. Right, and the Premier League running resumes on Saturday as Brentford take on Brighton and Hove Albion at GTEC Community Stadium, 3 p.m. kickoff GMT. With 6 games of the season left to play, the Bees and the Seagulls are separated by 5 points in 11th and 10th, respectively. Johan Visser's 15th goal of the campaign, brilliant, and the West Londoners appointed Arsenal last weekend, while Brighton drew 2-2 with Leicester City at the Amex. Pre-match analysis, Richard Cole, playmaker stats, the key battles in Saturday's clash at the GTEC. Brentford welcomed Brighton and Hove Albion to the GTEC with the Seagulls on a 5-match winless streak. Yeah, hopefully you can make that 6. Be good. Fabian Hertzler's team have blown hot and cold this season, having previously gone 8 matches without a victory from late November until early January. A run that included a goalless draw with the Bees at the Amex Stadium. Yep, certainly remember that. The Seagulls then followed that with 9 wins in their next 11 games before their current form that sees them without a win in just over a month. In Brighton's defence, they have been suffering from injuries this season, with star winger Kaoru Mitoma also a doubt for the weekend's clash after missing the 2-2 draw with Leicester City. The Japanese international would be a loss for the visitors. Mitoma ranks second in the Premier League and fourth in the top 5 European leagues with 135 progressive carries so far this season, behind only Jeremy Doku, Lamine Yamal and Vinicius Jr. He is also in the top 10 in the league for carries into the penalty area. Should he feature, Mitoma will be Brighton's most likely outlet of attack. And his teammates are often trying to find him. Only 2 players having received more progressive passes, 274, Mohamed Salah and Brian Bramo. Meanwhile, Brighton's total tally of 292 successful take-ons in the league, ranking in third, is in part thanks to Mitoma's famous dribbling skills. One player who will be back for Hertzler is Jan-Paul Van Hecke. The Dutchman was sent off in Brighton's 2-1 defeat to Crystal Palace earlier this month and served his suspension in the game against the Foxes. Van Hecke ranks 5th in the league for passes into the final third, 188, and 6th for progressive passes overall, 199. So he's a key part of Brighton's build from the back. The Bees' backline will be ready to defend crosses on Pervis Estupinian, who ranks joint 6th in the league for crosses with 18. The Brentford defenders also need to be wary of Brighton's press, with the Seagulls one of only 3 teams to have made 100 tackles or more in the attacking third. 100 exactly. Although this works both ways, with Brentford and Arsenal leading that stat with 102 tackles in the offensive third. At the other end of the pitch, Brentford's forwards may be interested to know that while Brighton have had just 120 shots on target against them, only Man City, Liverpool and Arsenal have faced fewer. They have suffered 49 goals with only the bottom 3, West Ham and Wolves, conceding more. So should the Bees get their shots on target, there's a good chance they'll be converted. It is likely to be a close-fought tie in West London. Of the past 5 meetings between the 2 teams, both sides have won once, with the other 3 ending in draws. Scout report, Dan Long, Sky Sports, Brighton on track for a third top half finish in 4 seasons. Brighton had great trouble holding on to Leeds during the first half of the season. Well, we know about that. Of course, Brentford, we had trouble holding on to Leeds, didn't we? No. They took the lead in 11 of their first 19 Premier League games, but only went on to win 4 of those. As a result, they were 10th at Christmas, but they really could have been challenging higher up, particularly given the absence of the pressure and increased load brought by European participation, as the Seagulls found out in 23-24. Had things panned out differently, Nottingham Forest might well have had company as the season's greatest surprise package. On several occasions, including after the goalless draw against Brentford at the G-Tech the day after Boxing Day, Fabian Hertzler insisted his side deserved so much more than the rewards started to come. Then the rewards started to come at the start of 2025. Following a 1-1 draw with Arsenal on 4th of January up to and including the 2-1 win over Fulham on 8th of March, Brighton won 9 of their 11 games in all competitions. One of the 2 defeats in that run was a 7-0 reverse at the hands of Forest and their record Premier League loss. It was damaging in that sense, but in the grand scheme of things, a minor mishap in an otherwise sparkling run of form. Hertzler's side had climbed to 7th by the time of the March international break. just 2 points behind Chelsea in fourth. They beat Newcastle to reach the quarterfinal of the FA Cup too, doing so for the third time against across the last 7 campaigns. It has now been over a month since their last win, though. Forest dumped them out of the cup on penalties, following a 0-0 draw after extra time, and a run of 6 wins and 8 in the league has made way for 2 points from the last 12 on offer. Only Everton 14 have drawn more times this season than Brighton, who are level with Arsenal in second place on the list with 12. The latest against Leicester last weekend brought boos from a section of supporters. It's easy to forget how quickly expectations have risen at the club in recent years. Still, it seems a drastic reaction when you consider what is still possible for Brighton in what remains of 24-25. The gap to the top 6 may have grown to 6 points, but there is still a 5-point cushion between the Seagulls and the bottom half. The odds analyst is currently predicting a 9th place finish. A third top half finish in 4 seasons is not to be sniffed at. European qualification is still very much in the cards too, particularly given as many as 11 Premier League teams could well be playing in Europe next term. Brighton have already scored 51 goals, which is their third best Premier League return, and with 6 games still to play, they are 1 win away from 13, which would represent their second best return. They have only lost eight games to date, too, with their current record low. The 11 losses in 21-22. And while it seems somewhat unlikely, a return of 15 points from the final 18 on offer would secure a record points tally of 63. Regardless, Brighton have learned valuable lessons to take with them into next season. Still just their 9th ever in the Premier League. In the dugout, Fabian Hertzler. Born in February 1993, during the time his Swiss father and German mother were working in the USA, Fabian Hertzler started out as part of Bayern Munich's youth system after returning to Europe aged 2. He spent the best part of a decade with Die Roten, working his way up to play for Bayern Munich 2, which also representing the German national team at under 15, under 16, under 17 and under 19 levels. Hertzler moved on in 2013, first to Hoffenheim 2, or Trois, I think you call them, then to 1860 Munich 2 a year later, before dropping to the 5th tier of German football with Pippenstride, whatever you call it, where he combined playing with the role of head coach, while also working as assistant manager of Germany under-18s and under-20s. His coaching credentials were clear from the start, as Pippenstride won promotion from the Bayern Liga Süd in his first season. After 4 years, he left the club in the summer of 2020 and was appointed assistant at St. Pauli. 2.5 years later, aged just 29, he became head coach after the departure of Timo Schultz. 4 months up before he was granted his UEFA Pro license, and led the club to a 5th place finish in 2 Bundesliga in 22-23. Hertzler's side flourished in 23-24 though, and went unbeaten in their first 20 games of the season, on the way to pipping Holstein Kiel to the title by a single point to secure a return to the Bundesliga after 13 years away. Just 3 months after signing a new contract at St. Pauli, Hertzler took over from Roberto De Zerbi at Brighton, becoming the youngest permanent manager in Premier League history at the age of 31 in June 2024. The game plan with Andy Naylor, Brighton correspondent for The Athletic. The Athletic's Andy Naylor explains how Brighton boss Fabio Hertzler is likely to set up his side at GTEC Community Stadium on Saturday. It's quite a bit different to under Roberto De Zerbi, in that under him they had that very methodical forensic build-up from the back. They still try to play, but they are also prepared to go a bit more direct at times. The mantra really with Hertzler is intensity in and out of possession. That is what he wants to get to. It was quite interesting that after that Forest defeat, they bounced back with 6 wins in a row. And after the 5th of those wins, he said the players are still not fit enough. They are getting there, but are not fit enough for what he wants. He wants them to basically be the fittest, most intense side in the league. It is a work in progress. Our last starting 11 versus Leicester City 4-4-2. Verbruggen, Hinshelwood, Dunk, Baliba, Estupinian, Minter, O'Reilly, Ayari, Adingra, Welbeck, and João Pedro. Could be similar to what they play against us, I guess. We will wait and see. Match officials, Robinson to referee Brentford for the first time this season. Will that be a good thing? I don't know. Referee Tim Robinson. Assistants Edward Smart and Stephen Meredith. 4th official John Busby. Video assistant ref, VAR ref, of course, James Bell. Tim Robinson has refereed 20 matches this season, showing 92 yellow cards and 2 reds. His most recent Brentford assignment came in November 2023. Kai Havertz scored a late goal. Oh dear, as Arsenal won 1-0 at the GTEC Community Stadium. Fucking German giraffe. I hate that guy. Really do. Memorable meeting. Brighton 3, Brentford 3. Yeah, Premier League, 1st of April 2023. Yeah, remember that. What a game. 3-3. Again, Tony there, of course. Ivan Toney, still there. And Pontus Jansson, of course. He was still there before he retired, of course. Pontus Jansson scored on his first start in 6 months as Brentford were denied all 3 points against Brighton by Alexis McAllister's last-minute penalty, of course, now at Liverpool, McAllister. Thomas Frank Spies took the lead 3 times, only to be pegged back on each occasion. Janssen nodded home after 10 minutes, a goal which was cancelled out 11 minutes later by Kaoru Mitoma's neat lob. That kicks off a spell of 3 goals in 7 minutes, which saw Ivan Toney restore the Bees' advantage before Danny Welbeck's close-range leveller. Ethan Pinnock put Brentford back ahead at the start of the second half, a lead which lasted until McAllister's spot kick in the final minute of normal time. So again, we couldn't hold on to a lead. Yet again. Oh, well, but yeah, so that's that. Basically, I will look at the anything else, any other latest stuff, news. Let's have a look. Might just look at this. Yeah, actually, I'll just look at this one about Johan Visser, of course. I'll read that in a minute. Yeah, got a few comments here. You will never walk alone. 66. Hello, mate. Yeah, hello, mate. Be up to you, bro. Thanks for coming in here. Cheers, bro. I'm 5 subs away from 340. Well done. I'm still a long way from 200 at the moment. 116. A nice one, bro. Hope you do it. Hope you get there. I've got a sub. I'm sure I'm sub to you, but I'm gonna have to look, mate. I'm sure I am sub to you. Well, I'll have to check that out, mate. If not, I will sub to you. Don't worry. Get you to that 340, bro. Luca talks ball. Yeah, be up to you, bro. Up to you, Luca. Hi. Yeah. You okay? Yeah. Cool, mate. Cool. Obviously, won't be on here too much longer though. Just doing this preview and then obviously chilling and watching the football. Of course, get your lot Arsenal tonight. Important game. And the Premier game, of course, and all that, as well as a lot of other football. So all that tonight. Brentford won all, my prediction. I'm hoping we got a win, mate. We need a win. It's a win that I feel we need 3 points. To me, that's more important. I don't want another point. It's not good enough. Let's go for 3, and, we are at home. Let's start playing like we're at home. We're a home team. For our own fans at home. Why not? We got to start doing it. Apologies for the throat again, guys. It's a bit croaky again. Sorry about that. But anyway, I'm going to go through this. From capable understudy to proven Premier League marksman, Visser reaches 50 goal involvements in Arsenal draw. Brilliant. Superb. Johan Visser brought up 50 Premier League goal contributions on Saturday, as his swivel and volley earned Brentford a deserved 1-1 draw against Arsenal. Only Erling Haaland, 19, Mohamed Salah and Alexander Isak, both 18, have more non-penalty goals than the DR Congo international this season, 15. Johan Visser brought up 50 Premier League goal involvements in style on Saturday, as his swivel and volley earned Brentford a deserved 1-1 draw against second-placed Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. Only the second player to reach the milestone for the Bees. Visser joined his partner in crime, Brian Bramo, 38 goals and 26 assists in an exclusive 50 and over club dating back to Brentford's promotion to the top tier. There are now only 20 players to reach a half century of Premier League goal participations over this time frame. Just to underline how impressive an achievement this is, Playmaker highlighted the Gunners' threat from set pieces and Brentford's expertise at defending them prior to the contest. But after Thomas Partey had put the hosts ahead from a lightning fast break, it was Visser and the Bees who struck from a dead ball. Thomas Frank and his bench were clearly delighted by the way that the Bees recycled a partially cleared corner to claim their 74th minute equaliser. Corner taker Bramo cleverly waited for a rampaging overlap from Michael Chiodi down the right, and when the Fiorentina Loanese finesse cross was headed back across goal by Nathan Collins, Visser pounced to score his 15th league goal of a prolific campaign. There it is, that noise. Visser's 15th of the campaign earns us a point at Arsenal. Incredibly, Visser 5 has now scored more goals from set pieces than any other player in the division in 24-25. And his quicksilver reactions and goal-scoring instincts mean only Newcastle's Alexander Isak, 8, has been able to net more goals from inside the 6-yard box than the DR Congo international, 6. What makes the 28-year-old's prowess on set piece situations even more remarkable is that all 12 of Visser's strikes last season were scored from open play. Although Bramo remains the Bees' top scorer this season with 16 goals, it is worth pointing out that Visser has scored more non-penalty goals than his sidekick. In fact, only Erling Haaland, 19, Mohamed Salah and Isak, both 18, have more Premier League goals this term, excluding spot kicks. Johan Visser's Premier League record: appearances 131, goals 41, assists 9, headed goals 8, goals with right foot 22, goals with left foot 11. After his strike in North London, a really happy Visser spoke of his pride at scoring against one of the best teams in the world and outlined his aim to hit even greater heights. And the data underlying his most prolific Premier League season underlines his status as one of the most dangerous strikers in the division. Joint 7th in the top flight for shots on target this term with 31, the forward has helped establish Brentford as the Premier League's sharpest shooters in 24-25. The Bees with a league-leading shot on target percentage of 39.2. A goal roughly every 5 shots is great going for Visser, and the fact he has performed almost exactly in line with his XG illustrates that A, his present strike rating is sustainable, and B, he is fantastic at sniffing out high-quality shooting opportunities. Only 4 players, Haaland, Salah, Watkins and Isak have a higher XG per shot than Visser, 0.59 XG, among players to play 2,000 plus minutes this season, which only serves to emphasise how regularly he finds himself in good positions. Sharp as a razor from free playing dead balls, Visser's evolution from capable understudy to proven Premier League marksman has been extremely impressive. Not to mention, very timely for the Bees, given Ivan Toney's departure and Igor Thiago's injury setbacks. Right, so let's get on to that last score result. Obviously, yeah, we've got Brighton next, and then we got, well, tough one at Forest in May. 1st of May. Thursday, the 1st of May there. Going to be tough. And we lost to Forest already, of course, so it's not going to be easy. Right, so, no, sorry, we're not going to that, because they won't tell us the team anyway. Want to see the team. Obviously, this is against Arsenal, the 1-1. So we go look at the team there. Of course, that's pretty much usual team, 4-4-2. And of course, Flecken in goal. So obviously he'll be in goal again, no doubt. I don't want him here. Of course, we all know what I don't like him and don't want him here. Don't want him to be playing for us. But unfortunately, it's happening. He's going to stay by the looks of it. So there's not a lot I can do. Iado, I thought was great against Arsenal. I really do. I think he should probably keep his place, although Coyote was superb when he came on as well and helped set up the equaliser. You could probably say he's probably in line to start a game, Coyote. I don't think he's actually started a game since he's been here. He's still only on loan. I hope we make that permanent. There's a lot to like about him. Michael Coyote looks quality. Getting a proper right back, of course. But yeah, I'm sure Aya probably deserves to start again, but I think equally I wouldn't mind if Coyote starts. Lewis Potter, I think, may continue, even though Rico Henry's back. Rico Henry may just still be on the bench, but I don't know. He might get some minutes in this one. He may even start Rico Henry. You never know. But I think Lewis Potter's deserved to carry on there. I think he's been great in that left wing back spot there. I think he's been amazing. Of course, Collins, Vandenberg, I'm still not sold on. Vandenberg. Still not sure he's quite up to it, but I think he's decent. He's not bad. But whether he's quite up to the level yet, I'm not sure. I probably would start with Pinnock as well. Collins and Pinnock, but we'll see. He may start again, Vandenberg, but I think obviously Collins is pretty much one of the first names on the team sheet for me. The way he's gone this season, been incredible. I'm wondering if Jensen may come back. For me, I'll drop Jan out and bring Jensen back. I think we need something extra, some attacking flair in the midfield, some passing, good, precision passing. Of course, Norgard will be there, no doubt. He will play. He's been great again, immense this season. I would have Jensen really instead of Jan out, and have them two along with Damsgaard in the midfield. That's what I would do. That more creative midfield that way, I believe. So yeah, and of course Bramo, Visser, and Shardy be that usual front three. Although I think Shardy needs to do a bit more. I think he was very quiet against Arsenal. Didn't really do much. I think Bramo also needs to make better decisions sometimes with his crossing, his passing, or shooting. Needs to do the right ball at times, and he doesn't. He doesn't do that. Unfortunately. Yeah, be up to you, Warren. Great to see you in here, bro. Cheers for coming in the live chat. Yeah, mate. Yeah. I'm cool, bro. Cool. Yeah. Just going through all this. The team I think may play against Brighton. It's going to be a tough one, of course. Although I think Brighton are sort of struggling. They haven't had a win in 5. I'm hoping that we can make that 6 and actually get a first win for a while at home. Trying to think of our last win at home. It was last year at some stage. Well, see, I think when we started losing, we lost to Forest the first game at home. And then haven't won there ever since, I don't think. So we badly need a win here, you know. We have got some draws here as well, so but another point isn't good enough. We need a win. But yeah, so I think those 3, it's going to be, for me, that's what I want. I would love, obviously, I don't want Flecken in goal. I never do. But he will be. And then I think I'll probably let Aya continue. But I want Coyote to probably come on for a lot of the second half to see what more he can do, because I thought he was brilliant when he came on against Arsenal and helped set up that goal. I would have Pinnock and Collins, the centre-backs, centre-halves, whatever you call them. For me, the centre-halves, Pinnock and Collins. And if not Rico Henry, I'll keep Lewis Potter as left wing-back. And as I say, midfield, I would leave Jan out and bring in Jensen with Norgard, of course, and Damsgaard. A better attacking, I think, more midfield there going forward. I think we've got to start going for goals. We've got to start attacking these teams. We really have. You know, no funneling back, no laying off, defending. That's not good enough. We've got to get some goals, guys. You know, come on, lads. Let's start stinging again and get some goals. And I think that's the best way. And I think, obviously, the front 3 will be Bramo, Visser and Shardy. Will definitely be that. I mean, with that, I think that's a more attacking lineup going forward. You've got those three midfielders, Jensen, Norgard and Damsgaard, who can all do a bit, all capable with passing it, as we know. Attacking. So that, and you got Bramo, Visser and Shardy, you know. That's pretty good going forward. On the bench, of course, you could say, well, you got Gustavo Nunez, who came on as sub against Arsenal. I'd like to see him give him more of a go maybe in the second half, say. Let him have more minutes there. See what he is capable of doing. A Brazilian wonder kid, apparently. Gustavo Nunez. As I say, probably Troy Henry, probably right from a lot of the second half, I'll give him. And Coyote maybe as well in the second half for me. So that's probably what I'd do. It'd probably be like a 4-4-2, maybe 4-3-3. I would say we'll start with here. I mean, you know, let's really go on the attack for a change, you know. I think that's needed. You know, really go on the attack, on the offensive. Yeah, be up to you, Simon. Wolfie. Yeah. Whoa! Be up, Mr. B. Yeah, be up to you, Wolfie. Oh! At last. Ain't seen you for a while on here, bro. Brilliant. Great to have you on there. Yeah, be up to you. Be up, Warren, sir. Yeah. And, yeah, woo! Yeah. Smash the like. Yeah, cheers, bro. Thank you. Always take loads of them, mate. Always accept them. Brilliant. Always welcome. And great to have you in here for a change. I know I came into your one the other day, your stream, your live chat. That was really good, man. Really great one again. When you were kind of struggling, Chelsea against Ipswich, but still got a draw somehow from 2-0 down. You know, Ipswich are struggling, and I think they're definitely going to go down. But you know, big up to you, Darren, as well, UK Darren fan. Big up, Mr. B and Warren. Yeah. Cheers, bro. Thanks for coming in. I try. It's the time. Yeah. Yeah. No worries, man. I know you're a busy bloke, so don't worry about it, man. It's cool. IMG that game, yeah. Yeah, you somehow turned that around, didn't you? Got a point somehow against Ipswich. Hi, Wolfgang. I hope you're well. Yeah, I'm sure he is. It's good to have actually a few people in the live chat for a change. I had that for the last 2 streams or whatever. To get a few people in here, crikey, that's amazing. But anyway, yeah, more the merrier, obviously. Nice to see you, UK Darren fan. Yeah, he's a United fan, by the way. I won't mention any more about that, Darren, because you know, I know it's pretty bad for you at the moment, and being a United fan, unfortunately, it's not great, is it? But still, yeah. Nice to see you, UK Darren fan. Yep. And you, Warren, top man. Yeah, he is a top man. Brilliant. Warren. As I say, I've got this link in here if anyone does want to come in here. I'm not going to be on here too much longer though, guys. Obviously, you know, I want to watch football later and everything. If anyone does want to come on and discuss this game or anything else, their games, anything from the weekend or obviously the European games. Of course, Villa very nearly coming back to win. They won 3-2, of course, but went out 5-4 on aggregate, unfortunately. Yeah. What's the story of Aaron Hickey, Steve? Well, I'll tell you, mate, it's I don't know what to make of it at the moment. One saying he's coming back and he's, you know, looks like he's almost fit. Another thing saying he still ain't ready. So whether he'll be in this one as a sub or anything, I don't know. Against Brighton, hard to say, mate. I really don't get it, but he's supposed to be fit. He's supposed to be coming back, but your guess is as good as mine, mate, to be honest. You know, I want him to come back. I want him to start. You know, he's brilliant. We all know that. He's great for Scotland. For all you lot, you jockos. Yeah. What's your prediction on the Real Madrid-Arsenal game? Well, as I said, I think the other day, I actually think Real win this 3-1. So that will mean Arsenal will still go through 4-3. Whether I think they should, I'm not entirely sure, although that's great first leg win, of course, 3-0. But I just think Real win. They just won't get enough goals, though. And I think Arsenal will just nick that one important goal somehow. Because I don't think Real are really up to their very best. But, you know, playing in front of their own crowd at the Bernabeu, and they were poor against Arsenal away. So they won't be that bad again, surely. You know, I really don't think they will be. So, you know, so I think it'll be 3-1 Real. I don't know what, you know, if anyone wants to put their predictions in here. Yeah. Thanks, Warren saying thanks, that UK Darren fan, but I am far from being the top man, sadly. Don't be so humble, Warren, bro. You are a top man. Come on, man. You really are. Top guy. Just accept that, man. Accept this. He's giving you some credit there, bro. If Real get an early goal, game on. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. But I think even if Arsenal do get through this, I think they got real tough against PSG. So at some team, PSG, I think they're great, amazing. Kajfia, whatever his name is, and Due and all that, incredible players. And I think they look formidable and immense. I can't see Arsenal getting past them anyway. Yeah, and you, Mr. B, yeah, cheers, bro. And yeah, so yeah, I think it's going to be a real tough one against PSG. Even if they get through here tonight, Real is still a tough one. It's still, job not done yet, halfway through. Job only half done. So, you think at 3-0, you should be able to get through, but just don't be too complacent with Real at home. At the Bernabeu, that's going to be a real toughie. Going to be in a real pressure situation, pressure cooker there at the Bernabeu. And all them fans there, loads of fans on your back, pressurising you. All those Real fans. So it's going to be a real toughie, I think. But as I say, I still think Arsenal will nick that one goal and lose 3-1, though. I just got a feeling that could happen. But of course, it'd be great if Arsenal do win well there. Or I don't think they should go out too defensive, because I think that could be the worst thing they could do, is really be too defensive. Still go out on the attack. I think because Real will still give you chances, as we know. They're not amazing defensively sometimes, and will still give you chances. So if they get the chance, Arsenal take them. Of course, the only thing is Arsenal haven't got proper strikers. They got makeshift strikers, of course. So that's not going to be easy. But anyway, just going to go talk a little bit longer, guys. Just going to be here a little bit longer, and then I'm bouncing. So obviously, I'm just going to probably have a look at the tables, I think. Let's do that. And have a quick look at the tables and see. Right. So here we go. There's the table. And Liverpool, we all know, pretty much got it. Premier, 76 points. Arsenal, long way behind with 63. Nottingham Forest looked like they could nearly catch Arsenal at one stage. Maybe they still could, but I think Forest are somehow sliding backwards now. I think they're concentrating on the FA Cup as well. That's probably another thing. So it might be sort of getting to them a bit now with that. But, I think they've had a great season. Been incredible, Forest, this season. Avoid the table, laugh out loud, yeah. Don't worry, Darren, we'll get down to your team eventually. They're a long way down, but we'll get there at some stage. Don't worry, mate. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Forest sliding a bit now, going backwards, and Newcastle fourth with game in hand. 56, well, could easily get third now, Newcastle. Easily. Could they even get second? But I think they went on for third, Newcastle, and obviously Champions League. I mean, I still think Forest could get a Champions League position. I think they will be in it. Whether that be maybe fourth, fifth, or even sixth. I'm not sure they're going to keep third place, looking at this. City still struggling a bit. I know they came back against Palace and won 5-2. But 2-0 down, I thought if Palace had got that third goal, I think that would have been it for them. I don't think they would have come back there, City. So, but yeah, they're still there or thereabouts. Still in with a chance of winning the FA Cup, of course. Chelsea, well, I don't know about Chelsea. Will they even get top six? I don't know. They're struggling a bit, I think. I don't think they should be that high somehow, but there you go. They're still there. Got Europe to look forward to try and win something there, of course. As a Villa, of course. Well, not Europe, of course, now, but FA Cup. They're seventh. They, of course, went out last night for the Champions League. So, and they got 54 points there. Still on course to get some sort of thing, either Champions League or Europa League or Conference League. And, of course, FA Cup, as I say. Still on for that. Bournemouth, look very likely to get something. European football. And Fulham, all still there. Brighton. And, of course the Bees, 11th. We're still there or thereabouts. So, you never know, but I'm not entirely sure we're going to get that. I'd love at least maybe 10th, finish 10th or 9th. And if that's Europe, so be it. But I don't think we're good enough for Europe. I really don't. We're not a European team, I'm afraid. We haven't got the team or squad for that at the moment, to be honest. But, if it happens, it happens. And Palace, 12th, still going well, Palace. Will they get something? Don't know. Still got FA Cup, of course. Everton doing well again for 13th there, with 38. So they're going to be safe again, obviously. And there's a certain little team called Man United. Sorry, not little. Sorry about that, Darren. Big team, really, but not doing well enough, are they? They're in an unknown, unlikely position, really, where they shouldn't be. In 14th. Yeah. And, we're still above them as well. That's even better, isn't it? And even Spuds. Look at Spuds there, 15th. 37 points. Oh, dear. They're in Europe, of course. I can't see them doing anything there. I think they might go out of that. Wolves look pretty much safe now. 16th there with 35 points. They've pretty much done it. They're safe, but they are. West Ham even in 17th, in trouble, of course. 35 points. So, but Ipswich, well, there's no chance for them. Too little, too late. If they beat Chelsea, I don't know, maybe, but still too little, too late, really. Leicester 19th are gone, pretty much 18, and Southampton, of course, relegated already. So, yeah. So there we go, guys. A few games to go, and still looking good. Still a lot to play for in a way, although of course I don't. Obviously, relegation is pretty much done. Ipswich and Leicester. It's only a matter of time before they're confirmed as relegated, along with Southampton, already confirmed. But that top, 5th, 6th, 7th. You never know. It's still in those European places are still all to play for. Want the season to end? Yeah, I'm sure you do, Darren. Yeah, that must be it's got to be your lowest position for many a year. United. It's got to be. That really has. You haven't been that low for a long time. No way. Do you think Amorim was the right man in the end, Darren? Do you think he took the job too soon? Was there anyone else you would have liked to have brought in? Put it in the comments quickly. I mean, obviously, I will be going very soon. But I will try and answer a few questions if you want to put anything in before I bounce. Sorry, just finishing my drink, guys. Yes, I'm behind Amorim 100%. Well, that's good, mate. That's good. Yeah, you can't keep getting rid of managers anyway. Let's be honest. You've had so many lately. What did you make of Ten Hag? Were you ever behind him? You think he should have got at least another season, or what? Players out first, yeah. And there's a few players you got to get rid of, isn't there? A few that just ain't good enough. And your strikers ain't brilliant. Let's put it that way. Hoyland and Xerxes, not great, are they? He needs his players, exactly. He sure does. Thanks for the show, Mr. B. Yeah. No worries, man. Yeah. I had to get this out. I really want to do this preview. I didn't think I'll be able to maybe tomorrow or Friday. There's plenty of others I've got to do. I've got to do the still buzzing tomorrow. So obviously, I want to do that. Hopefully get some people in for a change as guests or in the live chat, because I've haven't had people in for a while doing that. And Kev's here. Be up to you, Kev. How you doing, bro? I think Amorim needs time and money to spend. Can't keep sacking managers. Exactly, you can't. No way. He does need time. Of course he does. Darren, I've never been any manager at United out. All right. Yeah. Who's been I was going to ask you, who's been your best manager you feel you've had there since Fergie went? Probably, would you say Mourinho? Or who else? I'm trying to think. Other top, Van Gaal. What sort of been your best manager you feel after Fergie? I would say probably Mourinho. Yourself? Yeah, Jose, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I agree with that, 100%. So yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So has anyone got any, do you want to make any predictions for the games? We've got, obviously, let's go. Yeah. So this one, what does, hold on a minute, guys. What does anyone think for this one? Newcastle Palace. What, everyone going for this tonight? Score? I think Newcastle are in a real high, really confident, going really well. Palace got to be gutted after going 2-0 up against City the other day, being 2-0 up. Got to be totally gutted about that, losing 5-2. But I still think Newcastle have got more than Palace up front and stuff. So I'm going to go 3-1 Newcastle. Going 3-1. Darren's going 2-1 Newcastle. All right. Yeah. I'd say either of those 3-1, 2-1. But for me, 3-1. I just think Newcastle have too much of Palace and want to do it, of course, for Eddie Howe. You know, who we heard obviously has got pneumonia and obviously battling bravely in hospital. Let's hope he can get through it. I really do. I hope he does. You know, it's terrible having pneumonia. It's horrible. Well, I've never had it, but, you know, I've heard it's terrible. And I never do want it. Of course, you know, can kill you, of course, as we know. Horrible. You know, so let's hope he gets through it. You know, our prayers are there for you and support for you and your family there, Eddie. Hope you get through it, buddy. Really do. And great guy, great young manager, of course. Still only 47. I think he will be the New England manager at some stage. I really do. I think he's that good. And Darren saying, hoping United keep their season alive with a win against Leon. Yeah. But I'm not sure. What is it? It's 2-2, obviously, from the first leg. I don't know, mate. I'm sorry. I've got a feeling Leon might just get through, though. Might just beat you. Hold on. Let's just let's get to those fixtures and look at them. Oh, not that one. Right. Don't want that. What the fuck? Trying to get to the Champions League. Hold on a minute, guys. Champions League. Right, Champions League. Here we go. Right. Well, for this one tonight, I'm gonna, as I said, I'm going into, well, obviously Real Madrid to beat Arsenal 3-1. Arsenal get through for 4-3 on aggregate. I'm going Bayern Munich to come back against Inter. I think they come back. I'm going. I'm going 2-0 Bayern. 2-0 Bayern to come back and get through there. 3-2. That's what I'm going for, guys. Yeah, Real 4-0. Well, if that is the case, well, Arsenal definitely out. That's going to be, well, the job is only half done. They can't be complacent. They've got to, you know, follow it through tonight, take it all the way and make sure they can get through. But it could be, mate. It could be. That could be 4-0. But right, let's go to not that one. Trying to. Oh, obviously the European League is the other, isn't it? European. Europa League, which is tomorrow. Athletic Bilbao. I think that is against Rangers. Is that Atletico? Yeah. You're going by Darren's going Bayern 2-1 then win on penalties. Yeah, it's possible. That's possible as well. Atletico versus Rangers. Sorry, I think Rangers going to go out here, going to lose. I'm going to go 4-1 Atletico here. 4-1 against Rangers. I know they held it to 0-0 from the first leg, Rangers, but no, I can't see them doing anything there. It's Atletico. I'm going, 4-1 Atletico, and you're going 3-0, Darren. Right. Yeah, probably right. Frankfurt against Spurs. Again, I think Spurs won't get through. I think they're going out here. I'm going I'm going 3-1 Frankfurt. Yeah, 3-1. I can't see Spuds doing anything here. So that'd be what? 4-2. 4-2 to Frankfurt. I'm never right. I'm never right last out loud. No. Well, I don't know. You could be here, Darren. Wouldn't be surprised. Yes, as I say, I'm going 3-1 Frankfurt. Spuds to go out. Just think it's going to be too much for them. Big Ange won't be happy, but he'll say, "Are you not entertained? We're going to win something my second season, mate." No, you're not. You're not winning nothing, Big Ange. I'm sorry. Sorry, bro. You try to back me into a corner. That's how we play. Yeah, okay. But you're going to lose, mate. Yeah. So 3-1 Frankfurt, and of course your one there, Darren. Sorry, mate. I'm going 2-1 Leon. Sorry, bro. Sorry, Darren. I'm going 2-1 Leon. Sorry to disappoint you there, but that's what I'm going for. So obviously that will be 4-3. Would it be 4-3? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 2-1. So I'm going for that'd be 4-3. Leon to go through there. Yep. Sorry about that, Darren. That's what I'm going for. What's that? 2-0, or is that 3-1? Yeah, 2-0, 3-1 United. Sorry, man. I just got no faith. I've got no faith in your attack, your strikers. It just they're not good enough, mate. Got nothing up front. If Bruno or someone else in the midfield or whatever don't score, mainly Bruno, then you ain't got a chance, mate. That's what I think. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm going 2-1 Leon. I might forgive you. Sorry, mate. Well, look, I'm only going. I've got no bias against United, mate. I don't mind them. I don't say I love them, but I think they're okay. But I'm not, totally towards them. But I'm not biased either, and I say what I feel, my opinion, and that's what I'm going for. So I just think there's just not enough. You've got nothing there. There's no strikers. Well, they are strikers, but they're not great, are they? They're poor. And that's what I can see happening, I'm afraid. And we're going to the conference, which is also tomorrow. These are all quarterfinals, of course. And Chelsea, and this one, Chelsea Legia Warsaw. And Chelsea 3-0 up. They're pretty much through. I don't think they should be complacent, though, also, at 3-0. I don't think much of Legia, to be honest, either. I think this should be fairly easy for Chelsea. I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea, yeah. 3-1. I think Legia will get a goal, but I think it'd be 3-1. And so they go through 6-1 on aggregate. Chelsea 4-0, yeah. Yeah, but it might be. You never know. You never know, Darren. So I think that's about that. About it. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Obviously, I'll probably do the Premier games. I'll talk about them on that, the Buzz Still Buzzing tomorrow. I'll probably do the predictions for that, for the Premier on that one tomorrow. So, please tune in again, guys, and check all that out. It'd be great to get some more people in the live chat or whatever, some fans, some people on, guests on. Would be great tomorrow. Yeah, big up, Mr. B. Yeah, cheers, Darren. Thanks for coming in, bro. You're always welcome. In the live chat, everyone's welcome, of course. Big up to Kev as well, to Warren. And even Wolfie, he was in here for a little while. Simon, big up to you. And of course, Luca and YNWA, You'll Never Walk Alone. Big up to all those guys. Thank you. Thanks for coming into the live chat. You're always welcome. And thanks for hopefully smashing the likes if you have. If not, hope you can before you leave or before the end of this stream. It would be great. And, obviously I will just shout out what I've got coming up. Follow me on Insta at Mr. B for Life 182 and sub to me at Mr. B Hive Football Chat. And Mr. B chats England cricket, guys. Come on, keep doing that, Let's get my subs up, guys. Come on. We can do that. Come on, guys. Come on, we can do it. But yeah, got plenty of content coming up. And, obviously got the buzz still buzzing tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Don't know what time. Probably 5 or 6. Or probably maybe earlier with the football being on. Might be earlier this time. Friday, not sure. I might have a cricket stream possibly coming out. Not sure yet. It might be. There might be one. If there is, I'll let everyone know. Obviously, I've got the reaction to the Brighton game, which would be probably Sunday. If not, I'll do it later on Saturday after the game. I don't think it's is it 5:30 again? I think it was. Was it 5:30? I think so. Trying to remember now. But anyway, if it is, well, obviously I won't be doing one later. But it might be later on Saturday, the reaction. And then again, of course, next week with Easter, as Darren's saying there, have a good evening and a great Easter. Yeah, Easter coming up. Everyone enjoy that, the Easter holidays and all this good weather. Hopefully we're going to get. And anyone going away, hope you enjoy yourselves. Go away on holiday for Easter. Brilliant. And if you're getting more Easter eggs, enjoy them. Eating loads of them, although they're not great for you, of course, as we know. Chocolate eggs. But they're out, very quick now. Everything's out in the shops quickly. Don't take long, does it? They had the Easter eggs out and they had deals on them to get rid of them pretty much. And then, do them cheaper to get rid of them eventually. You're in Cyprus? Yeah. Oh, you're living there, I suppose, aren't you? You living there, Darren? Yeah, I think you are, aren't you? But anyway. Don't know if you have any of that over there. Do you have Easter eggs or anything like that? Don't know whether you do or not. But anyway, if you do enjoy it, yes, yeah, you do, yeah, cool. At least you're in a hot place, mate. A really hot place. That's good. Better than here at the moment. Sometimes we do, yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. But, as I say, thanks again, everyone. Thanks for supporting me. And, coming in. Hopefully I'll get a lot more because I haven't had that last 2 or 3 streams. I haven't had many people in here. So try and get in if you can into the live chat or come on the panel. Would be great. I will put the link in more times if I can, a lot more. And people can join me on here if you want to. You're always welcome. So... but until the next stream, guys, I'm out of here. I'm bouncing. Cheers, guys. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Bye.